Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. My morning body weight today was 391.7, which is actually really good. My body weight was pretty hefty yesterday, considering that this past weekend was Super Bowl Sunday. And I was just eating out, and I know it's hypocritical, but anyways, just being transparent and honest, just eating with my family, and I was being a little fatty over the weekend. So of course I was going to come in at 397 on a Monday, but Saria did meal prep on Sunday, so yesterday all of my meals were scheduled and they were, constructed to be healthy meals. So I think I drank about maybe a gallon and a third yesterday, or a gallon. I'm pretty sure it was over a gallon. And I slept around 7.5 hours. Body weight dropped. So start time for today is going to be 10:45 a.m. And you guys know that for today we have upper body and bench. So for warm-ups, we're probably just gonna do arm circles, weighted, but with a very light weight. Like when you do anything related to your rotator cuff or your shoulder joint, when you're warming it up, you want it to be pretty light. You don't want to warm up in pain, right? Arm circles, and then we'll do kind of like some tricep extensions over the bar, barbell curls, and some overhead press and behind the neck press. And I think that'll be pretty good for today's workout. So what I have today is a single at 6 to 7, but I'm honestly just going to aim to do 10 kilos more than what I did on Friday. So I did 200 last Tuesday, I did 210 Friday, so I want to do about 220 today, and I want to do around 180 to 182.5 for my sets of 8 today. And I think that would be like, that'll be like phenomenal body of work, especially with impeccable control and pause. Like that is literally the name of the game. Do it right, do it light, do it wrong, do it long. That is something that I remember since I used to play football. And essentially what that means is if you do it right the first time, you are more efficient. You're doing it light, right? You're doing less. But when you do it wrong, you have to do it long, right? Which either means you do it again until you do it right, or it's gonna take you a longer route to correct those bad habits. So do it right, do it right, do it light, do it wrong, do it long. Don't forget that. So we got our warm-ups written down. So let's go ahead and execute these, and let's just have a phenomenal day today, guys. This is a side note, but for whatever odd reason, my wrist has been killing me lately. I don't know if it's because I'm sleeping wrong on it, but it's just been hurting bad during bench. All right, guys, so that was 484, and it felt really crispy. Honestly, that was just a beautiful level of execution, and that's exactly how I need all my reps to look like for the rest of the workout. So what I'm gonna do now is drop a red. We'll start at 170 for the first set of 8, and then we'll adjust accordingly. I would like to hit at least one set with either 402 or 407 for 8, and then I'm okay dropping down after that. But the entire point of today, honestly, the entire point of anything that we're freaking doing moving forward is having beautiful, beautiful level of execution, and everything else will follow. As long as my heart's in the right place, as long as my intensity and my effort is where it needs to be, and my execution is the #1 priority, we're gonna be exactly where we wanna be, baby. All right, guys, like what I was saying last week, instead of down back, we're gonna do down back down. So we're jumping from 60 yards with the chains to 90, and then 30 yards no chains. And the next week we're gonna go down back the whole distance with the chains. And honestly, today feels a lot easier than last week, so let's get it going. Always touch the wall, baby. I had a quick little break, right? I had a phone call with a Lyco, right? But a potential collaboration, nothing too serious. Nothing agreed upon yet, but you guys know what it is. Gonna use some pump for today's accessories, just cause it gives me like this neurological edge of getting huge, right? And plus, I actually enjoy the taste. It's I think it's blue raspberry, and it honestly tastes really good. So what we have for accessories today, let me mix my concoction, and then we'll go over what we have for accessories. Little mid video ad, baby. Transparent Labs, Code Mega. I appreciate all of you guys who support and, you know, you genuinely want to see me do well. For today's accessories, we have flat dumbbell bench press, underhand pull down, alternating hammer curl, and lateral raise. So I think that's actually a very, very well-rounded body of work for what we just did. So we worked up to 44 for one, and then we did one set at 170 kilos, which is 375 for 8, and then we did 2 sets of 407 for 8, and in between all that, I did 2 sets of down, back, down, which is 90 yards with those heavy chains. So we did 90-yard farmer watts, and then 30 yards to essentially like catch my breath and get ready for the set. And then on my last set of cardio, I actually did the entire down, back, which is 120 yards with the chains. So I pushed myself a little harder on that last set. And it was a little difficult, you know, but that lets me know that I'm in a position where I can push myself to that point, and I'm very happy with it, because a big point for me this next year is to push my fitness level even further, because if my fitness level is higher, then my endurance is higher, and if my endurance is higher, then I can manage fatigue at a lot better percent, at a lot better rate, right? That's kind of the whole point of why they recommend implementing low impact cardio, is because if your endurance level is simply at a higher rate, then you just recover better, you manage fatigue better, because your body can exercise and do all sorts of things at a better rate, right? For longer periods of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and write everything down in my journal, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish out, baby, and then we'll finish out with the outro. So this is gonna wrap up today's video. Today, probably about like a 40 to 50 minute additional time that I didn't need to spend. But to be fair, I did have a business phone call, so it's that. But all in all, that aside, I finished accessories in about like maybe it was 124 when I started. It's 141. What is that, 17 minutes? So not too bad. 17 minutes to finish 4 accessories, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps each. I'm really happy with that. So I just feel like my training sessions are getting tighter and tighter in terms of execution and standard. Like I cannot imagine a better starting point than where I am at this particular time in terms of like the foundation that I'm building, stacked on top, like just where my strength is, you know, squat strength is pretty solid, considering like I normally have a really big dip off after a competition just because time off, and then I intentionally cap myself. But I mean, at the same time, you know, like I'm not really in a position to be lifting like close to my max after competing. Bench, I feel, is like where I'm feeling really good on benches, my back downs. I'm just being so intentional with my control, my pauses, you know, on every single lift. When it comes to squat, like I'm just building my overall raw strength. When it comes to bench, I'm starting off with competition pause from the very get-go, instead of like being like super anal about it 8 weeks out. You know, I'm being intentional with my bench pauses and control from the start. And then with deadlifts, focusing on my raw strength and just improving my lockout even further, as well as my grip. You know, I think in tandem, the plate holds with the grip work that I do at home with my grippers, I think that is going to be the key and the difference in pulling 950 on the second attempt, pulling 980 on the third, going up to 1,000. Like, it's just, I think I finally have all the right pieces in the right place to just go all out in 12 months time and truly show you guys the strength of a man who can single-handedly alter the history of the sport. If Jesus Olivares totals 1,200 kilograms at any given competition, it changes powerlifting. That's just facts.